guys. What? What's up? It's Blackheart here together with
the Great Dragon.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Okay,
so, we're gonna react to the FAHKUMRAM IGN showcase, and we just give a few pointers here and there what we think about it, because obviously we have to wait a little bit. Blackheart, I think you would agree with that. For example, with Clive, if we had not seen, for example, if stuff like this drops and we don't see prominence, you would think the character is good, but like whatever, right? But maybe something like prominence could be here that we don't yet see, right?
We'll see, of course. Let's try and see in detail what happens in this trailer, okay? Okay.
Boom.
The latest entry to Tekken 8's roster is the thunderstruck Muay Thai legend, FAHKUMRAM.
Amazing.
A returning character that made his debut as a DLC character in Tekken 7. And he is what you see. A very lanky fighter with great range, powerful strikes, and comparatively simple inputs and execution relative to the rest of the cast.
So I don't know if you can stop already. Okay, so the first, I don't know if you know this, but I noticed the first things that are very interesting in this trailer already when I saw it the first time. Basically now his low seem a little bit more powerful, especially down 4-3 now forces crouch. I don't know if you saw that.
I have not yet seen that shit, but I predict something, Blackheart. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I predict something. I predict we will see the coward's number a lot of the times, -14. No, don't tell me if I'm wrong, but I predict this from Dustiel's already. But
I see. And back one also now always knocks down, as it did in Tekken 7. So this is a huge buff again. So really interesting. Okay, let's go.
Bandai Namco esports manager Alex Julio was.
Wait. Nah, that was just a miss. You're not telling me that is not launch punishable.
You'll see later it's -15.
Okay.
Go over his best moves, punishes, and take a look at some quick combos as well in this Tekken starter guide for FAHKUMRAM.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's go.
First off, just a few little interesting tidbits about the character.
Ow.
He is, once again, mocapped by professional Muay Thai fighter and kickboxer.
He did that already. It's I think it was 2 people actually in Tekken 7 that did it, but
yeah, now only this
champion. They went into the mountains of Thailand to find a monk in a temple to draw FAHKUMRAM's tattoos. So obviously, authenticity was.
You think they really did that? I
don't believe to hit with this character. Gameplay-wise, before we go into his notable moves, let's quickly cover his Garuda Force buff, which is a buff gained by landing one of the following. His down forward 1-2, forward 1+2, the last hit of back 4-3-2.
So he's also in wall combos also now, he gains install also with the back 4-3-2.
His punch parry, or if you're in heat, you just have the buff.
He's a punch parry, yeah.
When he has this buff, FAHKUMRAM gains a couple of new strings.
Only strings.
Yeah, okay, of course.
He can also do this when he fully charges either his tornado kick or his erupting knee.
Oh
now this right here is already like mega interesting, because Belka, correct me if I'm wrong, in Tekken 7 this kind of shit was only really dangerous at the wall, right? Not in the open.
Now it always creates a situation of guessing when you block this guard break.
So this situation right here, okay.
At +13. Okay,
+13. He's going 21 frames, -13. Okay.
Low.
Mid string that jails.
21
mid, safe.
+1 on block.
Charge. Okay, I see.
You see, but the wait. Well, you see that the mids are kind of slow, even at +13. For example,
19 frames.
19 frames.
+1.
19 frames after +13 means 6 frame. You know. So maybe with some sort of with characters with parries, maybe they can try to parry these things. And maybe at this point only the low
seems
becomes
like an elbow, right? So
yeah, but universal parry, something like this. Okay.
A slow but interruptible unblockable.
Unblockable, okay.
Yeah, but the unblockable is 40 frames, so I don't know.
Do you think that is armored? Do you think this unblockable is armored?
No.
No, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say armor property. Okay.
And a throw.
Don't tell me it's don't tell me it's cannot throw escape.
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's unbreakable. It's unbreakable.
23. So the amazing part about this is if the throw has like wait, it says the throw. Do you see this? It says hit property. The throw is homing. Do you see this?
Yeah.
The throw is look. The throw is homing, and he will now obviously per icon break the floor. So this is gonna be combo starter on like Descent into Subconsciousness.
Oh my god! And it's also of course unseeable. It's unseeable, you know, kind of.
23 is
23. Yeah, it's in this sort of.
It's really tight. It depends. We have to look at the animation again, but let's just skip this for now because how obvious it could be. But okay,
if you think, but if you think about it, all of this mix-up comes from an already very slow charge mid. If you think about it, and most of the mids are 19 frames, 21 frames. So you know, even if you're plus 13, you can try to. The only thing I'm very worried that we didn't see in the trailer is what the low does. That's what I'm very interesting because they didn't. You know, the properties of the low. That's what they didn't see. Of course, this throw was also very risky, but we have to see.
Also, like just. It also depends if they can find setups to maybe consistently land this guard break on you, right? We have to see like how good maybe you can create setups with it. But okay.
Worth mentioning as well that while these charged attacks are sidesteppable, FAHKUMRAM can now feint and cancel them by holding forward or use a homing attack out of them and try to catch the sidestep.
Is that homing attack safe?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah. Now, although it. Didn't he have a string kind of like that? Doesn't matter, we don't know, right? If they don't show it, we cannot assume. We shouldn't assume.
Starting off with 3.
Wait, that move in Tekken 7 is launch punishable, right?
This move.
Yeah. Didn't they make this move in Tekken 7 minus 15 in the
No, not minus 15. It was minus 10. It was punishable, but not punishable, no.
Plus
but now
it's,
I was like...
now it's back to being safe, though.
Oh, okay. Okay, sometimes I mix it up because they made so much launch punishable from his shit.
For a full combo. It tracks to the right and is safe on block at -9.
Safe on block
is a new 21 frame advancing
low. And that is forward advancing low +4 on hit, no counter property it seems, but yeah, this is like Tekken 8 shit, right? Like this is classic Tekken 8 shit.
This low seems very interesting, very chunky, but it doesn't have any counter property, so
true, but you know, advancing +4.
I know, yeah. But -14, -14.
And is -4.
Yeah, but -14 is like the coward's number, right? It's like
From crouch down forward 2 is another low hitting move. This
low is much more interesting in my opinion because it is a low from full crouch and also counter it knocks down.
Is -14 on block.
-14 as well, of course. Yeah, of course, bro.
I'm gonna have a blast with June, bro. I'm gonna have a blast with June.
Which is a great way to get his brutal force charge. Down 4 is a faster low at.
Okay, but this... Okay, you already said, right, that this is still launch punishable.
Yeah. But now it's 14 frames, bro.
If it was 15 previously,
it was if I remember correctly, even 16 frames. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Very fast.
And you see, look at the damage now. Do you see the damage on counter now?
On counter, yeah, with the hit throw, that is...
18-frame high kick, that is
okay, jet kick, I think that's the same, right? Jet kick is probably the same.
No, but it breaks power crushes now.
What? Really?
You're gonna see it now.
Normal
look
hit
at it.
Is +6 on block, and as an extra bonus, it also armor breaks, which means...
Amazing.
Come on! Amazing. I don't get it, Blackheart. They want me to power crush in this game, but why then... You know what I mean? Like you want me to use it as a defensive option, so why...
but also the problem is this. They told us that FAHKUMRAM is a very slow character, you know? So of course his approach is kind of, slow, and so maybe Power Crush is a good option, but no! Because he has this amazingly fast, high, homing, +6 launcher that also breaks Power Crush. So what are you gonna actually Power Crush against him? Actually,
exactly. This is a good. Yeah, we have to see how it works out. But you're right.
And launch punished, but nevertheless, this is a very scary move.
If you ask me, sorry for interrupting again. If you ask me, this move, if you really want to make it break Power Crushes, make it break Power Crush only when he has install. If you really want to make it like this. Really.
Good call.
So if he doesn't have Power Crushes, normal attack that you can Power Crush, and if he doesn't have install, he uses the install, but he uses this power crushing breaking tool.
So you would say, for example, if he does, but you would also say if he does jet kick and it only goes on block, it would take the install away, right? If he does it.
If it hits.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think this is...
That is +3 on block and +14 on counter.
Yeah, okay.
Which lets you
that
get
is like
either
whatever,
a free
I guess.
back 1 or other 14-frame follow-up. It's worth noting at this point that one of FAHKUMRAM's weaknesses is that his attacks are generally pretty...
Well, it depends. Standing free is 13 frames. Do
exactly,
they show standing free?
Exactly. Yeah, standing free is still 13 frames. So what exactly is low about FAHKUMRAM now?
Yeah, it's a bit of... It's always like, slow.
For example, most characters have a 13 frame down forward 1 as a quick mid
and he has while standing
after the
free.
opponent
And he has
blocks
while
a
standing
block
free.
move. FAHKUMRAM's down forward 1, though, is 15 frames. So just keep that in mind when you're planning your pressure.
Yeah, but it has other qualities. Okay, I think they're not gonna show all the string transitions and fake outs, which are very important.
He has an engager out of down for 1. He has now, as they'll show later, he has multiple layers of mix-ups out of this down for 1.
So
after this one is blocked. Forward, forward, forward 3 is a pretty standard running attack that allows you to close the distance and keep the advantage even if it's blocked. This one is +6 on...
Yeah, but and also I'm glad to see it doesn't go like on stance on block or some shit, right? I'm glad to see that it doesn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't see any stances on FAHKUMRAM yet.
It's fairly linear though, and can be sidestepped both ways. Down forward 3 is another far-reaching low. This one has 20 frames of startup, is -1 on hit, and -13 on block, but it has a fake out by pressing down forward 3-3, faking low and...
Wait, did they make this faster? Did they make this fake out faster?
Yeah.
It seems that this is faster than TEKKEN 7. I could be wrong, but I think in TEKKEN 7, isn't it like 2021 or something when he does this?
And it also tracks, as you will see very soon. It also tracks, but it doesn't launch anymore.
It doesn't knock down and guarantee a ground follow-up. And if it's blocked, it's +2.
Look at the track.
The low hit can be sidestepped both ways, while the fake out tracks to the right. Tekken 3 is a returning move from Tekken 7, but this time it's also a heat engager. It's a 16-frame high roundhouse kick that is safe on block at -7, and also will wall stun. Up forward 2 is one of FAHKUMRAM's power crushes. This one is 18 frames, high, sidesteppable in both directions, but
pretty decent power crush.
His other power crush, forward 3+4, on the other hand, is a mid, but is slower at 22 frames of startup. And
his power crushes don't seem to be super great, though. Not gonna lie, his power crushes don't seem to be super great.
It's like decent, like
Next is down forward 1, which is a move that we somewhat touched upon earlier. It's on the slower side as far as down forward ones go at 15 frames, but it is only -3 on block, and also has two very notable follow-ups in down forward 1-2, which is -13 on block, but will grant a Garuda Force charge if it hits, and down forward 1-4, which is a heat engager that is safe on block at -5. Then let's quickly touch upon his heat engagers, which are forward 1+2, a 21 frame safe mid that can be sidestepped.
That is good.
Both directions.
That he has the advancing low as well.
Look at his move. Look at his move.
And finally, there's
go back. No, the move before.
Then let's quickly touch upon.
When I saw the first time, I thought it was kind of broken. Not this one. Not this one.
21 frame safe mid that can be sidestepped in both directions. The Afro.
This no. This is the homing. This one.
What is this? Up forward 3. Okay, this is
knee.
Just okay, a knee, so he can do it neutral and he can do it while standing.
Knee from up forward 3, 14 frames, mid jumping. So you cannot parry. You cannot parry this attack.
Yeah.
It jumps over lows. You can do it from full crouch to 14 frames. You know,
you're kind of right. Seems kind of nice. Yeah.
I hope it's unsafe. But it probably isn't. It seems very strong. Very strong because also it's engager, of course.
Which is a 14 frame punishing heat engager. And finally, there's while standing 1-2, which is a 13 frame while standing punish. Speaking of punishes, let's go over everything FAHK has from 10 frame to 23 frame punishers. At 10 frames, FAHKUMRAM's options are 1-2 and 1-4. 1-4 is the better option in just about every situation.
Okay, nice.
Does more damage and leaves you at +8 as opposed to +5. He doesn't have an 11 frame punish, but for 12 frames, he's got 2-1, 4-3, and 4-4.
Same as
the
TEKKEN
3 options, you're generally going to want to do 2-1 as it does the most damage and knocks down, and even at the wall, it will wall stun. For 13 frame punishes, there's 3-1. Which leaves you at +6.
I hate this string. I hate this standing 3 strings.
Now it's natural. It wasn't natural before.
Back 1, which knocks down and gives you a guaranteed follow-up with either forward 3 or forward 1+2, which again gives you a Garuda Force charge. Up forward 3, which
Yeah, this
The
is...
heat engager.
Look at this
move,
bro. This move is
which
broken.
does solid damage and knocks down, but doesn't give you a follow-up while the opponent is grounded. All three of these options also wall stun.
By the way, there is a mistake,
15...
Finn. There is a mistake because the move they just showed, it's 15 frames. Back to one. The last one they just showed. It's 15 frames.
Is that because they he charged it shortly?
No. You see the input. It's 15 frames. The first one. The first one.
3.
No, not this one. The one
but
before.
doesn't give you a follow-up while the opponent
This
is grounded.
last
here,
one.
right?
This last one.
These options also wall
14 frames, 15 frames, you see? This is a 15
Oh, yeah,
frame.
okay,
At
I
15
see.
frames, your go-to will be down forward 2-3, which is his main launcher. Down forward 1-2 will give him a Garuda charge, and down forward 1-4 will be what you use if you want a heat engager. And if you block something that's super punishable, his 20 frame punisher is up forward 4, which is his hop kick. On the wall standing front, at 11 frames, he's got wall standing 4, which does 20 damage and leaves you at +5. For 13 frames, there's wall standing 1-2, which is a heat engager and wall stuns. For 14 frames, you've got wall standing 2-4, which can also wall stun, or without a wall, knock down and guarantees a forward 1+2 follow-up. And finally, for 15 frames, there's wall standing 3, which is your traditional launch punisher from wall standing.
He seems very good on what do you think? He seems very good on punishers. Am I lying?
I mean, standing, it's like not like insane or something. While standing seems like solid, I guess. I would say solid.
Yeah, it's a 10 frame, very good 10 frames, very nice. 12 frame wall splat. 14 frame heat engager wall splat. 15 frame heat engager wall splat and heat dash launcher with down for 1. So, already 2 punishers from standing. From while standing, yes. While standing 4, that's nice damage. While standing 1-2, another heat engager punish. From while standing, he can also do up for 3 again. From while standing, 14 frames. They didn't showcase this. But of course, he can do up for 3 from full crouch too. You get me? So you see how many punishers he has on the stronger side, heat engagers, and then 15 frames he launches. Jesus Christ! I would say Jesus Christ. So he has like a lot of punishers on heat engagers, plus a very abusable mid long range heat engager, and also again a homing heat engager high. His heat engagers seems very strong already, but okay.
Let's put this all together for a little showcase.
Oh, combos. I mean, do we need? Is there something interesting in here?
Character.
No, but the damage is kind of interesting. Amazing damage.
And this is maybe not optimal, right?
Yeah.
This is probably not optimal. Probably.
He has also a tailspin, of course. Of course.
Oy.
The combos seem very fun.
Oh, by the way, but I think this tornado looks ugly.
Yeah.
It looks a bit ugly, but
the combos though are kind of interesting.
And that's FAHKUMRAM in Tekken 8. He's a hard-hitting character with great reach and some scary buttons, especially when he's on a Garuda charge.
All right, what do you think? I think let me. I think that we can't really say so much because if they had done the same thing for Clive without showing things like 1+2 or like prominence, right? We would be like, okay, seems kind of good, and then the character comes out, has prominence, you're like, what the fuck? So, what do you think?
Right now, the character seems very strong on damage, seems very strong on range, seems very strong on mix-ups.
They didn't show standing free stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It seems he has a lot of strings, of course. We will see all the strings. His lows seem very powered up from the Tekken 7 iteration.
That's definitely.
And also, I don't know, his combo utility seems very interesting, a lot of wall carry seems like. And most of all, he seems kind of juiced up from Tekken 7 as all the other characters, right?
Yeah, he's definitely seems juiced up.
Yeah. I don't see the tendency of trying to to keep the characters down a little bit. I see another busted character, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. For now, I don't know. I'm very worried. I don't know about you, but I'm very worried. I don't know.
Oh well, I'm waiting till I can go through everything and then, but because again, we could now, let's say they would have shown something where like seems kind of mid, and then suddenly they didn't show like two moves, and one of them is like think about like Anna, like if they like, oh, suddenly they didn't show down back 4, and you're like, oh, she has down back 4. And you're like, okay, fuck. And with Clive, oh, they didn't show prominence. You're like, okay, because maybe sometimes it clips through, right? Like one move that is like really overjuiced can like make or break if the character is like strong or like really.
Absolutely, like, you're right. First impression seems very, very good. Of course, I mean, in terms of the character and how good he seems like. He seems very good.
Seems totally, until now, I don't think he looks weak or anything. Or like, I mean, obviously you can't say that, but it looks like Tekken 8 FAHKUMRAM at first glance. Like Tekken 8 FAHKUMRAM, how you would expect it, honestly.
I agree, yeah, absolutely. So, let's see, guys, let's see. Let us know in the comments what you think about this character. Of course, we have to see. We both hope, I think, that he's not broken, of course. We hope. So, do you want to see something final, maybe, before we close it out? I don't know.
Well, I think we can all also then wait if Michael Murray fucks up at Sunday when he is going to be the navigator for this character in the middle of the night, which I am going to restream. I don't care at what fuck. I want my revenge because the showcase was a joke. So, yeah.
Okay. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, subscribe to both our channels, of course, both to Finn and to mine if you want. For me, I hope you enjoyed this content, and see you guys very soon again. Bye. I don't know, you want to say something final?
I just say also goodbye. Arrivederci.
Bye, guys. Bye.